I really hate starting videos over, but that one really needed it. I'm sorry I don't sound good. I don't look good because of my dental stuff I got going on. So try to ignore it if you can, and I will too. Believe me. Um, it could be the most productive, awesome thing to put together a baking project. It wouldn't just have to be a baking project because the ladies in my community have done it for like a whole meal or a couple of meals or a couple of meals and a whole bunch of cookies, and they all bring their little dipping cookie scoops and they freeze the cookie dough in individual little balls ready to bake. I mean, they've done some really savvy, cool things here. And I went once to participate, and I went another time just to watch because I thought it was mesmerizing. I was just very, very interested in it. So you get 10, 15, 20, 25 ladies together, and somebody spearheads it, and you figure out what your cost is going to be, and everybody prepays. You get somebody to do the shopping. You secure a location. You could do it in a private home. Um, some people like to do it before Christmas, and they do Christmas cookie dough. They might do a meal that they might not otherwise tackle, might be a little more difficult. I had fun. It's not something I would probably do over and over again, but I had fun doing it, participating. To do it on a regular basis, this was just like a once a year thing that they did. I think they did it once a year. But to do it on a regular basis, you could really save some time and energy, definitely. So the kinds of things that I would really be interested in doing in a group like that would be things that would save you cleanup, preparation and cleanup time, and would produce such a big volume that it would be worth it. Now, if you could get your hands on a facility that has a Hobart mixer, that's the company that makes like KitchenAid, I think, and those mixing bowls are that big around. I'm pretty sure you can throw 25 pound sacks of flour in there with no problem at all. So you could make yourself a great big batch of cookies and not have to go through all the grief. So they did do a lot of cookies. Actually, they used the smaller mixers. They didn't use the big mixer, but um, actually, they used the great big bowls and mixed it by hand. But then they had their little cookie scoops, and they would scoop out the cookie dough and freeze it. Things that I think would work very, very well for that would be like a baking um, project where you could mix up. If you had a Hobart mixer, you could throw your 25 pound sacks of flour in there, and you'd have approximately 25 loaves of bread out of that one mixer batch. That could be cool to freeze your bread dough. You bake some up and freeze the rest. Um, I'm not even going to try to start listing possibilities, but I just think it could be so awesome. So many cool projects. In fact, I want to think about maybe spearheading something like that. The problem is I can't always count on how well I'm going to feel, so I can't hardly never count on how well I'm going to feel, so that might be an issue. But something to think about with you and your friends, and you could do it as a preparedness thing, or you could do dry packing. You could order the little packets, 100 in a package, oxygen absorber packets, and you could do dry pack projects. It'd be a cool thing to do. It'd be really cool. The way that prices have been jumping the last several weeks, would want to be doing some of that, I think. I'm not one to, be an alarmist, but want to be setting some supplies aside, I think. I guess that's all for right now.